All right, welcoming everyone to a round 6 Women's Central League match between second place Petone, Powerex Petone FC, and 6th place Palmerston North United. Made the 2-hour trip down the road to for this morning's game. So yeah, as I said, Petone second place, 4 wins and 1 loss, looking in reasonably good shape. A good win last week, 7-1 away at Taradale. Palmerston North United had their first win last week against Palmerston North Marist, 2-0. Have played for only 4 games rather than 5. For 1 win, 1 draw and 2 losses. So 4 points for them in 6th place. Petone 12 points in 2nd place. So right, let's take you through the lineups for Petone. A significant number of changes. There's only 5 of the 11 who started last week versus Taradale starting today, and then a few positional changes as well. But notably, first of all in goal, 22, Sarah Duffin, our goalkeeping coach. Aoife Gallagher-Forbes is away, so Sarah's stepped into the breach. Very experienced goalkeeper in her own right, Sarah, of course, so don't anticipate too much of a transition there. Back 4, on the left will be 4 Kate Mara, 2 centre-backs, 5 Marie Green, 2 Ellen Flett. And on the right back today will be Olivia Gibbs, swapping out from centre midfield to the right back. She played centre midfield last week against Taradale, but also did play right back against Karori a few weeks ago. So, yep, not an unfamiliar position for her this season, I guess. In centre midfield, or CDMs, will be 18 Chelsea Whittaker, 6 Jazz Shayla. And then attacking midfield 3, which has completely changed from last week. So in come Erica Saxby, 12 will be on the left, Phoebe Gray, 7 on the right, and 21 Ellie Johnson, who'll be in the central attacking midfield position, with 17 Emmy Lance up front as per normal, as she has been all year. So yeah, 3 changes in the attacking midfielders. So Whiteside, Beth Whiteside's dropped to the bench from last week, Phoebe Hawes injured, and Pepe Oliver Bell unavailable. So on to Palmerston North United. We're looking at in goal, number 1, Sophia Bolton. The rest of the team will be 2, Charlotte Moss, 5, Marie Walker, 18, Amy Powick, 15, Shania McIntosh, 14, Jessica Smith, 12, Vanessa Taylor, 8, Micah Reyes, 17, Elizabeth Dombrowski, 9, Paris Liu, and 10, Carmen Sue. We'll take you through the subs benches later on through the game. So yeah, lovely. It's just me by myself here today. So yeah, you'll just have to put up with my voice for the rest of the game. All right. So today, yeah, conditions are really nice. Cloudy, cool, but not too much wind to speak of. In fact, really just a gentle breeze. So conditions are really lovely. So Petone in the usual blue and white strip will be going left to right on your screens. Palmerston North United in all black, which is quite a nice kit actually, will be going right to left. So yeah, interesting sort of proposition today, I guess, from a Petone perspective. They'll be looking to just carry on their good form, scoring lots of goals. 20 in their first 5 games, with only 4 conceded. And as whereas Palmerston North United have played 1 game less, it's been a sort of a messy start in terms of fixtures to the Central League this year, with lots of teams having sort of games as always. Early pressure, nice pressure being put on by Paris Liu. Sarah Duffin with her first touch out to Gibbs on the right. Always nice as a goalie to get your first touch under the belt. So Gibbs and Gray out here on the right, as they were against Karori, to great effect. Both fit, so should expect them to be going up and down the line a lot. But in terms of Palmerston North United, an interesting sort of start to the season in that, whilst they've only won once, all of their games have been quite close. So a couple of 2-0 losses to some of the stronger teams in the Phoenix and Miramar. A draw with Vic Uni, and then a 2-0 against Palmerston Marist last week in the Palmerston North Derby. So that so they're not scoring tons of goals, which I think will be probably the work on for them. They've only scored 3 in their first 4, but only conceded 5. So all their games have been pretty tight. So that sort of suggests that defensively they're reasonably well organised. As Gibbs, with licence to get forward from right back, looks for Gray. Gibbs very high at right wing, almost. Here's breaks to Shayla on the edge of the box. Not sure what the foul was, but foul given, which sort of disrupts the flow. So early signals already that Petone looking good for both territory and possession. But also that Palmerston North United could be sort of difficult to break down. Well, it's not a good clearance to Johnson. To Whitaker. It's good pressure in midfield. Petone to settle it down, but you can see already the centre-backs or the defensive line are all around halfway. So dominating territory already. I think from Petone perspective, it's just about, with these games, it's about just playing well, putting in a good performance, getting the points, move on to the next one. Here's Liu trying to use some skill moves, but couldn't compete with both Shayla and Whitaker coming at her at the same time. So reasonably deep from Palmerston North United. Looks like a perhaps sort of 4, flat back 4, much like Petone. Maybe even a 4-4-2. Here's Saxby, who's come in. Ushered out for a goal kick. It's good defending. So Petone, we're using this formation like they have for most of the games this year, will be looking to get wide as much as possible, get to the byline, cutbacks across the face of the goal to midfielders and attackers running in. But I think, they're very much set up to utilise the wings. Whitaker. So Reyes just making life difficult. Looks like she's starting as a centre mid. So tons of changes for Petone once again. Pros and cons, of course, to that, isn't there, in terms of the pros, that everyone, your squad gets a good run. And so that then if injuries do occur or absentees, people are absent, you'll get people coming in who are match fit. I guess the con is that, here's Whitaker getting to the byline, looking for the early cut back. Gray, will she shoot? Nah. Gibbs is wide. Ball in from Gibbs. Lance gets there first. It's unfortunate from the Palmerston North United defence there. The initial cross from Gibbs went to Lance, who sort of chested it towards goal, and I think didn't quite make it over the line, but then the keeper and one of the Palmerston North defenders sort of just got in each other's way, and the ball ricocheted off for an own goal. So early 1-0 start, just what Petone is after. Utilising the width, getting the crosses in as per the game plan. A little bit unfortunate there for the keeper and the defender, but she's been sold short. Lance did well to get in on the ball from Sue, which is just under hit. Gibbs again coming forward. She's going to be covering a few miles today at this rate. Here she is again. Holds off Sue. Looks for Whitaker, but well read in defence. I think that was McIntosh who did well to break up that move. So good defending. Petone once again settle into the rhythm of dominance. So it certainly looks like Liu and Dombrowski are the two strikers. Vanessa Taylor, I think, is at right back with the ball now. So yeah, reasonably orthodox looking sort of shape for Palmerston North. Yeah, Petone's putting the pressure on. So this has been, I guess, one of the characteristics of when you're dominating a game is the high press, just making it so difficult for the defence to come out, just constantly keeping them under pressure. Saxby, early ball across, not cleared. Whitaker gets a foot in. I think it's Sue back there who did well ultimately. Lance. Gibbs wide to Gray. Gray will push wide, does, under pressure. That's good physicality there from Sue, the left back. If Gray had just slipped around her then, it would have been a sort of a comfortable run through into the box. So no, good defending. Gibbs back to Green, pressure on from Liu. But well dealt with. Green, Gibbs, Whitaker, just a little triangle to just get themselves out of trouble. Gibbs looking over the top for Lance or Gray, but well cut out. So Marie Walker with a good interception. Whitaker through for Lance. Will she get there before it goes out? She does. But again, good physicality. Oh, might be a little knock in there. No foul given. But that was good defending. I think that was Amy Powerex. Strong defender. I think she played for Central in the National League last season, if I remember correctly. So an experienced player. Gibbs with Lance, Gray ahead of her. Goes back to Whitaker. Green looking for Saxby. Mara comes outside her with the overlapping run, but just under hit by Erica, I think, there. Didn't give Kate a chance, so well cut out. So it's been a good start, positive start from Petone. I think already the pattern for the game is emerging in terms of them being dominant, and Palmerston North United looking to just be pretty stoic in defence. Gibbs finds Lance, goes first time to Whitaker, keeps it in, does well. Nice little skill move to free up the ball wider for Gray. Under pressure from Walker. This time does she get around it? No, Walker's done all right. No, breaks the Lance. Gray to Gibbs. Back to Gray. Patient. Good defensive work there from Green just to ease Liu off the ball. So you can see already that the two Palmerston North forwards are having to shuttle backwards and forwards across the Petone back four. Gibbs calm on the ball. So again they build. You can see Petone just swapping from side to side. Here's Saxby. Puts on the afterburners. Does she get the corner? No. Well defended by Vanessa Taylor at right back. So it'll be a good test for Vanessa today, because obviously Erica's pretty quick. She likes to be quite direct and run at the defenders. So that'll, yeah, it's a different sort of challenge for Taylor in terms of someone just with a bit of speed who's willing to go around the outside. Gibbs to Gray, back to Gibbs. So here's Saxby, Mara making the run ahead, but well defended. Charlotte Moss must have just clipped off Palmerston North defender. Corner given. So it'll be Shayla coming across from centre midfield. What little wind there is I guess is assisting the ball from left to right. Didn't quite get the height on it, so well cut out. Moss again involved. So again, Petone to settle it down. You can see the difficulty Palmerston North is having in getting out of their own half. Having to work hard. Walker goes to Gibbs, off Sue, so that'll be Petone throw. Taken by Gibbs, the traditional right backs and left backs always tend to take those. Oh, that looked like a bit of a foul throw there from Liv. That's better. To Lance, back to Gibbs, floats one over, looking for Saxby, but well defended. It's going to be a tough ask for Erica to win. Not, those balls in the air. She's not the tallest. Gray looking for Whitaker, but well defended. Sue, this is where Palmerston will be looking to create something, but Green does well. I think the counter is what they're after. Whitaker fakes the cross and then just slightly miscontrols, so out for a goal kick. So good defending again. You can see Palmerston North are reasonably well organised at the back. Beginning to understand why they haven't conceded too many goals, just over one a game. So Sophia Bolton in goal. Kicking into a slight breeze. Whitaker does enough for the ball to break to Shayla. Gibbs, nice little shimmy to just send the defender the wrong way. Gibbs and Gray combining well. Early ball cut out, but back to Gray again. Should be looking to do the same again, and does. Not cleared. Jessica Smith got a foot in. You can see there's a bit of a tussle on the edge of the box. Hard to clear. Johnson tries to turn blind. This is the danger for Petone, which is just if the ball breaks, allowing one of their strikers to get free. I think last week against Taradale, the one goal they did concede in the 7-1 was sort of a hopeful long ball that was misjudged and that allowed the striker to run onto it and eventually score. So I think that's exactly the template for Palmerston North. So Gibbs again, prominent. Finds Gray, goes to the byline. Sue in close attendance. Yeah, does enough. But ultimately the corner, Walker gives away the corner. I think she was just looking to chip it out for a throw. So this will be Mara with the left foot. In swinger, you would imagine. The wind will be pushing it towards goal, so she'll probably aim around the penalty spot and look to give the attackers a chance. Flett, Gray looking likely. Flett is the closest. Drops to Saxby, pushes it out to Mara again. Well defended. Breaks it up. Now the ball from Sue to Liu. But Shayla and Gibbs were both back, covering for the centre-backs who'd gone up for the corner. So Shayla just temporarily at right back. Gibbs is just pushed into the middle where Jazz started. So you can see already there's just organic swapping between players. You see it quite a bit over the course of the game. So you can see now Gibbs is definitely in the middle of the park. Unsettles the opposition, of course, when you're sort of used to players being super. Oh, here's a lovely ball over the top to Gray. Did she get there? No, well covered. Amy Powerex did well to read that. The wind just pushed it on a little. Gibbs with the throw to Gray. Oh, just takes her eye off the ball and rolls out for a goal kick. So they're just the little mistakes that, as well as Petone has been playing in patches, there have been, just moments of just sort of individual errors and maybe the touch not being quite what you would hope, just every now and again. So I think that's the work on for Petone at the moment. They're playing well generally. Lance, nice little flick off the ground to Whittaker, but well defended. 3-on-1 in there, so Chelsea was outnumbered. Gray does well to read the back pass, but again, good defending Powerex. So here's Liu, skillful. Yeah, does well. Jessica Smith lays it back. Lance putting the pressure on. She's had a good start to the season, Emmy. Scoring goals, but work rate really good. Whittaker does well to win the contest, but it's a lot of bodies in the middle. So Gibbs and Shayla have swapped around again. So it was just a temporary change while they found themselves in each other's territory. Johnson, Mara, Saxby. Will she break down there? She does. Oh, yeah, I thought she was going to keep going then, but didn't. Good tussle out there on the left between Saxby and Taylor. So Whittaker to Gray. Drops it back for Gibbs. Will she go for Gray again? Does. Nice overlapping run. Early cross looking for Lance. Gets a foot to it. Back to goals. Whittaker from distance. It was a nice move, but in the end, yeah, it just didn't get the knee over the ball, and over the top it goes. So whilst Petone are dominating in the stats, they're not necessarily creating chances yet, or, clear cut, sort of easy to put away chances. Here's Gibbs with time to just take a look and see what the options are. Green to Flett. So you can see the two Petone wing backs or wide backs. Oh, here's Saxby, nice little move, uses her speed. Under pressure from McIntosh, she did well to get a foot in. Just stopped the progress, but she's got it back again, Erica. Again, looks to drive to the byline, that's better. Nice cross, just overhit for Gray, who was the most likely to get close to it. But that's better from Saxby. That's exactly what the coaches after her to do, which is just use her pace, get to the byline, get across or a cutback. So it's been a good positive start from Erica. Gray with Gibbs as the outlet. Just uses a little skill move to lose her marker and release Whittaker. Back to Gibbs, she'll cross. Looking for Johnson, but one thing Palmerston North United does have, the two centre-backs are quite tall, so if there are going to be crosses, they're going to have to be away from them. Here's Mara looking for the run of Lance, but well cut out. But you can see the difficulty Palmerston's having in terms of just being able to clear their lines, just coming straight back. Johnson, no, well defended. McIntosh. He's putting in some good work there in defensive midfield. Gibbs has room to drive into. Will she shoot? No. Nice little cut through to Whittaker, who's fouled. I think it was Reyes just on the edge of the box. So this is a very decent chance. It's close. It's close to the edge of the D, so which means that the wall will be a feature here. The Petone, whoever is going to be, looks, there's three of them having a bit of a summit meeting about who's going to take it. I think if someone can just clip it into either of the top corners, that will be the plan. First, the wall has to go back. So still uncertain as to who is going to be taking this. Is there like a little planned short move or something? But I think if it was me, I'd be going directly for goal from here. Pick a corner and see if you can fizz one into it. So it does look like Gibbs. Mara's there with her left, so she could go short for a left foot hit from Mara, or just go direct. Or it could be Mara herself. I think it suits the right footer better. Bolton, yeah, wasn't the cleanest hit from Gibbs. It was on target, which forced the keeper into a save, but Bolton just patted it down for herself. Green with Liu, making her work hard. Nice skills again from Paris. She's looking good technically. Shayla to Whittaker, under pressure. Good hassle from Smith, but Whittaker does well to just ease around her. Gibbs again with room to move into. Whittaker. Here's Green. Gibbs has just pushed centrally. Nice, good defending in the end. Just stopped the move, but Green does well. Snaps in. I think it was Reyes then who got a good foot in to stop the move. Here's Saxby on the turn, using her speed. Little foul. Carry on. She's still got possession. You can see her confidence levels rising, Erica. Gibbs again just uses a little move to just give herself time. That's a classic centre midfielder's play, just to give yourself some time and when you're in traffic. Whittaker, no, Gray, Lance, beautifully in between the two. So just a little bit more patience required from Petone here, just to manufacture the chances. They're getting to the final third easily enough. But from there, just requiring a bit more craft. Whittaker does well to read it. Looks for Gray, but goes wide to, yeah, the back pass just slightly overhit. So left foot corner from Mara coming in. I think she'll be looking to put this Lance as the obvious target. I think she's the tallest in the Petone side. Green is good in the air, Flet's good in the air. But the ball needs to have enough distance on it to get to their runs. This one again, near post. Oh, keeper's there. Whittaker, I think Palmerston's sort of suggesting that maybe it was a little foul on the keeper, just pushing her out of the way, but not given by the refs. So Chelsea Whittaker with a 1 yard tap in, but there's good pressure from Petone. The ball from Mara floated in and wasn't dealt with. So 2-0 Petone. So 2-0. So the pressure pays off. Similar to the first goal in a way, not in that it was a a set piece, but just the inability for the Palmerston North United players to clear their lines. Ball pinging around in the box, and it just falls to a Petone player. First one was an own goal, of course, but just similar style. This time it was just Whitaker in the right place rather than it bundling off a odd defender. But so yeah, little bit of panic sets in to the Palmerston North defence when there's bodies in there. Gibbs, nice ball down the line to Gray. Johnson, who looks to have just pushed a little bit back from attacking mid into defensive, just temporarily. Again, the fluidity of formation and the players just swapping around, being shown. Shayla trying to link with Saxby, but well read. Taylor, again, doing a good job out there, under pressure. Saxby, she'll be holding her off physically, she is. Oh, she did well, Taylor. Nice little ball to Reyes, to Dombrowski, to Liu, who'll look for Dombrowski again. This is better. Oh, it just came off the shin, I think, and just rolls through. Gibbs and Duffin communicating well. Just Sarah knowing, of course, that was just going to roll through to her. Just calls Olivia out. So again, it just settles back into the building phase. Mara wide with a lot of space. I think Palmerston North are going to have to think a little bit about the fact that Gibbs and Mara are getting an awful lot of time and space. I know they're trying to clog up the middle. Oh, nice skills, Johnson. Just to give herself some room. Whitaker. No, she does well after the initial foot in, just to recover. But yeah, you can see that they're really... Oh, here's a giveaway. Flet straight to Liu, who rounds her. Is she going to shoot? Does. Duffin, well placed. Sarah will be happy with that. It's a nice, comfortable take, and then a nice throw out to Mara on the left, who's again reasonably unmarked. Yeah, so it does look like from here that Palmerston are just trying to congest the middle of the park to stop the Petone, the three sort of centre midfielders, from doing whatever they want in the middle. So they've decided to plug up that part of the field. But what that does, of course, is leave the wide players a bit freer, particularly the right and left back. So we're already seeing Gibbs and Mara heavily involved in terms of possession. Oh, short ball. Johnson reads it well. Oh, this time though, good work. Reyes did well to put the pressure on. Yeah, deemed to be fouled after she dispossessed. Johnson, it's just this, as well as Petone have played this year, and they've got some great results. It's just these little lapses in concentration which hurt them on occasion, but nothing too major yet. Long ball, good long ball over the top, which Whitaker cuts out. Lance marked by Powerex, flicks it over. Walker. Oh, I think maybe just deemed to be a little, maybe easing Lance off the ball. Oh, Gibbs and Gray had started sprinting forward down the right, but the ref, rightly I think, called the fact that it wasn't taken from the right spot. So back we go. Green looking for the run of Johnson now, who's much more forward, but good defending. Is that Taylor, rather. But Johnson did well. She got a foot and it broke to Gray, now to Gibbs. Is Johnson going to get there? Does. To Gray. But it's good defending. Yeah, it's Taylor. Did well, coming across from right back, effectively playing as a sort of left centre-back there. Did a great job just tracking the ball and making it real difficult for the Petone players to come out. So good play. Whitaker to Lance. Johnson, well cut out. McIntosh. And cleared. Pressure's building. 2-0. Scoreboard's not working today. I think when you see it on your screens, it's just got just sort of gibberish on it. For some reason, it's not connecting. So, however, the graphic, hopefully, in the top of the coverage is accurate. Yes, it is. So that's good. Whitaker, Liu again, trying to make it difficult, but Chelsea's done well in the physical battles. She uses her body cleverly, just to ease players off and to give herself a bit more time. So Palmerston are just not willing to try and press Petone, which is probably fair enough given the state of how the game's gone so far. Lance, Green, yeah, good tussle again with Liu. They're having a good contest, those two. But Marie Green, as most teams have found out this year, is a hard person to get past. Here's Saxby at pace, eased off well. I think that was Taylor again. He's having a real good game. Foul given. Shayla fouled. So Green usually takes the longer free kicks. She's got options here. She can either go short to Mara or to... Oh, Shayla's probably marked, but Mara is reasonably free. Yeah, and that's where she goes. Pushes her forward. Will she get the first time cross? Does, from Kate. Left-footed, of course, to Whitaker. Doesn't quite connect. It rolls out to Gibbs, who has Gray wide. She goes wide. Sue again. Oh, does really well. Just she gets getting her body in front of Phoebe, and it's just easing her out. So she's not the tallest, but she's strong, Carmen. She's doing a good job. Under some difficult circumstances at times. Here's Saxby. Shayla does well under pressure. Saxby again. Again takes Taylor on, but again Taylor just eases her off the run. Early ball in. Power clears. Gibbs lays it back for Shayla. She's finding herself central now, Liv, from the right back. Yeah, well won. Liu with Flett. Ball breaks through. They're going to have to clear. Lance Walker decides just to try and body check her out of it, but Emmy's strong. So probably not the greatest option, and it's just given the easy turnover back to Petone. Here's Gray running at the defence. No, couldn't just find feet on the edge of the box there. Green to Gibbs. Looks for Gray, but just slid over. She hit it, Liv, which just pushed it out. See if Palmerston can construct something here. Just a bit of possession. Just run the Petone players around a bit. Lance asking for the foul, not given. Petone still has possession. Gibbs and Gray combining. It's getting quite congested in the corner, so Petone does the switch. Flett looking for Saxby. Finds her. Nice touch. She's going to take on Taylor again. She does, but well covered on the inside. I think that was Moss. Both teams calling for the throw. Given to Palmerston North United. Pushed forward, McIntosh, but the forwards weren't high enough. They just sort of dropped in a wee bit. This is the problem, of course, when you defend. Oh, Johnson just took a foot eye off the ball. But yeah, when you're deep, like Palmerston North United has been for this, well, for the majority of this half, it's difficult. The strikers come back. They just drop a bit deeper too. They help out. And it just means sometimes when the long ball comes, there's no one high enough up to make it dangerous for the Petone defence. Johnson does well. Goal kick given, but it's a good challenge from Ellie. She was just a little bit sold short by the pass, but goal kick given. So around 10 or so minutes, just under 10 minutes until half time. Oh, nicely read by Whittaker. Gray. No, can't get the ball past the defence. Defence can't get it past Whittaker. Here's Gray again. Sue again, trying to make it hard for her, and does. Gibbs, Whittaker's the closest, but you can see all the Petone forwards or midfielders are deep on the left-hand side of the box. So there needs to just be a little variety. Need some runs coming in, diagonal runs coming from the left to the right, from the right to the left, centrally zigzagging around. At the moment, it just looks like they're making sort of linear runs, which makes them quite hard to find and makes it easier for the defence to clear. Makes it harder for the wide players to get through the initial sort of wall of Palmerston North United players. But here's the corner. Mara scored off the last one, of course. Bolton, good hands, under pressure. There were a lot of bodies around her then, so she did well. That's good stuff. I'll give her some confidence. Good clearance. We'll find Liu. Gibbs does well, gets a foot in. That's good defending from Liv. Particularly as Jessica Smith was making a good run beyond then, so stopped that from becoming a problem for Petone. But it was a rare run forward from a Palmerston midfielder. It was a shame they couldn't connect. Whittaker just gets away with it though. Mara out to Saxby with room. Taylor comes back quickly. Will she take her on? No, she doesn't. Shayla in space. Saxby. This time cuts inside, but well read. Taylor. Mara does well. She gonna... Oh, she's unlucky. Doesn't quite get there. Wins the throw, though. Off Moss. It's good work. Midfield from Reyes then. Asking for the foul, not given. So I think what we've found this half is that whilst Petone has been dominating possession, territory, they are getting wide quite a lot. They are struggling to just get the real killer ball. Oh, here's a lovely little slip ball from Lance. Shayla looked for Whittaker. Sue with Gibbs making it difficult. Again, both sides wanting the throw. Deemed to just clip off Sue. A little bit unlucky, I think. Lance looks again for the flick on. For Gray. Gray with Walker in front of her. Just pushes it inside. Little ball into Whittaker. It's a good idea. Just couldn't quite connect. Whitaker finds Gray. Does well with the difficult ball to take down initially. Sort of slammed into her at chest height, but took it down well. But well cleared again. Some good organisation in the Palmerston North defence. You can see why they're not conceding tons of goals in their game. It's just going forward, I think, particularly against these bigger, sort of the top 3 or 4 teams in the grade. Yeah, I think they're... This is reminding me a little bit, actually, of when Petone played Miramar earlier in the season, dominating the stats, but, you know, good sort of tough defending, holding them at bay in terms of, you know, not scoring tons of goals. Green and acres of room. Continues to run forward. Takes does a 1-2 shape. Lance shoots. Does it flick off? Yeah, it does. Gets a touch off the defence, out for a corner. Shayla will trot over. So it's a funny sort of anomaly this season that set pieces have been really dangerous for everybody. But Petone, I think a reasonable percentage of their goals, maybe at least a third, or possibly even more, have been from set pieces. Same again today. Oh, that's a good-looking ball from Shayla. Green's there. Is Gray going to get there before the defender? She does. Well defended. That's good work from Walker. Doesn't allow Gray to just sort of flip it around her. Gibbs to Lance. To Gray. Cleared as far as Liu. That's great defending Marie Green once again. Had such a solid season so far. Oh, Johnson. Ooh, if she could just control that first one a little bit better, she would have had a much more controlled shot on goal. But as it was, she sort of just had to go at a bouncing ball and didn't quite connect. So we can see now Palmerston North have pushed Sue a lot higher on the left to take a bit of time away from Gibbs. And Walker has come out to the left to try and handle Gray. So they're adjusting, reacting to the point that we were making earlier about the wing-backs having too much room. Mara, however, on the other side, has a lot, as does Saxby. All this time she does get around Taylor. Saxby again, looking for Mara. It's a patient build-up. Shayla has time to turn in centre midfield. Oh, looks for Gray, but under hit, so easy read for Walker. Well played. Well, that's a nice ball if she can get there. Unlucky. There was McIntosh looking for Sue, who's now much more forward. I think they might have, yeah, they definitely have changed their shape. It looks almost like a 4-5-1, which is enabling them to just just ensure the wide passages are a wee bit better covered. Gray under pressure from Walker, does well, hangs on to it. Gibbs wide. Sue back to Gray. She does well, Liv, to just get around Sue, but no, just runs out. Unlucky. So that's half time, folks, about a minute extra time. So Petone 2, Palmerston North United 0. Good value for the 2, I think. They would probably be just a little bit frustrated that they haven't created more chances. So that'll be the work on, I imagine, for the second half. In terms of Palmerston North United, yeah, look, they're working hard. They're defending pretty well. They're making it hard for Petone to create the chances. So that's good stuff from their defence and defensive midfield. I guess they'll now be trying to figure out how they can get into Petone's defensive third on a more regular basis in the second half and create some chances. So that's Petone 2, Palmerston North United 0. We'll see you all in 15 minutes. All right, here we are, folks. Second half underway. Petone starting much as they finished with the ball deep in Palmerston North United territory. Didn't see any substitutions at half time, so I think both coaches have decided that for now it's working all right. So I think everyone, certainly from Petone perspective, and are in the same positions that they started. Palmerston North United looks reasonably similar, although yeah, there might be a 4-5-1. Dombrowski looks like she's an orthodox sort of right midfielder, with just Liu by herself up front. Green looking over the top for Johnson. She might have been offside actually. Yeah, well defended, but she was offside. So Petone's certainly in the same shape that they were. Mara clears it to Saxby, takes it down for herself. She decides not to take on Taylor, which was probably the most fascinating battle of the first half. Johnson in the box, Saxby. Palmerston North United don't want to give a foul here. Mara, first time ball. Well cleared. Yep, and again, Taylor. Green gets there in front of Liu. Mara's just pushed inside a little. Saxby wide. Erica again not making the wide run. Kate does well to free her up. She's going to do it now. Taylor knows what's coming. It's good cover defence. Erica did well to get around Taylor. Oh, well won, Kate. Early ball, Bolton does well. Both Lance and Whitaker were in close proximity. Flett does well to just push it to Shayla. Finds Saxby again. Lots of running for Erica in the first few minutes. This time she decides not to do it. Powerex reads that comfortably in front of Johnson. Size mismatch there. The defender's always going to have the physical advantage. That ball a little bit ahead of Saxby, who's probably trying to catch her breath after having made 3 or 4 sprints in the first few minutes of the half. So interesting that neither coach decided to make a change. But the puzzle that Palmerston North needs to figure out here is how they break down the to get chances, the Petone defence. All right, here's Saxby. Early cross, looking for Lance. Well read. So that's Moss coming across. All right, Shayla with the corner. Moss gets there first, under pressure from Lance, does well. Gibbs has Liu on her back. Finds Gray. To Whitaker, to Gibbs. To Gray again. Oh, Liu does well to put Green under pressure. Green does well. Frees to Gray, Whitaker. Tries to get round to the byline. Corner is not given. It's a goal kick. Must have gone over before the contact with the defender. Good work actually in defence by Reyes there. From a midfielder. Tracking back. So there's not much wind. It hasn't at all increased since the first half. So it's not like Palmerston North has a sort of a huge gale they can use to help them clear the lines. Taylor, Saxby, Mara does well. A lot of play down this left-hand side to start the half. Saxby can't quite get there. Rolls out harmlessly for... oh, but unlucky. I thought that might have been a Palmerston North throw then, but given to Petone. Gibbs, who's now like an inverted fullback. Saxby is finding Taylor a tough nut to crack. Yeah, that's battle won by Vanessa Taylor. Erica's going to have to rethink her strategy, I think. Well, she's just going to have to be decisive with whatever she decides to do. Lance does well, gets there. Gray's wide, Gibbs wide. Well read. McIntosh. So they did well, Palmerston, then just to break down. They are they're working hard defensively. You can see why before this game they'd only conceded 5 goals in their 4 games. It's just the scoring goals is the issue. They're not alone in that. I think in games against the sort of the top 3 in the grade, most of the other teams have found it quite hard to score against them. Green has Dombrowski after her. Duffin just eases it out to Green. So Gibbs finds Gray. Lance free. Whitaker's running past her. Johnson centrally, but well dealt with. Powerex gives the throw. But that's sort of been the pattern in general play. Petone getting to this sort of part of the field, and then the Palmerston North defenders managing to break it up. Green does well to win the header. Flett, Mara, Dombrowski's got in between them, but Flett's done well. First time ball from Sarah in goal to Mara, who didn't realise that Taylor was as close as she was. Has the shot, but straight to Duffin in goal. Gibbs to Gray again. Nice cut inside from Phoebe. Finds Johnson. Saxby is free and onside. Oh, the ball had to be wider, but it made it there anyway. Taylor, what's Saxby going to do this time? Taylor just eases Saxby off the ball. It's becoming a bit of a pattern. It's tough out there for Erica at the moment. Gibbs from right back again, inverted. Finds Saxby. What should he do this time? Touch wasn't quite what she wanted. Push it wide. Straight to Taylor. Yeah, she's just lost a little bit of confidence, I think, just temporarily. She's holding a right leg. Maybe something muscular going on. But corner 1. So Gibbs being able to invert from right back into centre midfield, which of course is her more natural position, and that's she's getting a lot of ball in there. Here's the ball from Shayla. Well up, Green. Johnson. Corner again. So well defended. The Palmerston North United defenders are winning the aerial battles. So they're good in the air. Quite tall on average, particularly the centre backs. Shayla again, near post, easily cleared. Gibbs makes a sprint over from the right in front of Liu, but couldn't keep it in. Good cover defence though. Stopped the counter-attack. Shayla gets in front of Liu. Throw to Dombrowski. Can't control it. Just eased out. Here's Taylor. First time. Shayla did well. So flit to Green. Gibbs is wide, but Sue's just inching over, anticipating that would happen, which it didn't, and so blocked it. Liu tried to come in on flit, nearly gets a touch. Tamara. This is better from Palmerston North. At least they're making it harder for Petone to come out. I mean, I know it takes a lot of energy. See, there's a mistake. Unlucky, that could have fallen. So I think if it's only 2, the lead for Petone, which, as we know, is the most dangerous lead in football. Saxby has Johnson ahead of her, but Powerex did well moving towards the ball, uses her strength. Great defending, Powerex. McIntosh. Reyes looking for Liu, but well read Green. Gray has Walker coming out at her quickly. Lentz. She does well to steal the ball. Pushing it through for Johnson. Bolton comes and makes it. Nice idea. Just a little bit too much on the through ball. Johnson couldn't quite get there. Whitaker put under pressure, but uses her physicality again to win the ball back. She's done that well today, Chelsea. Gray can't quite control that one. That was a tricky one, bouncing up into sort of the middle of her body. They're always hard to take down. So Walker with the throw. Looks for Reyes. Flick on, but Liu had come short. So wasn't there for that. I think if I was Paris, I'd probably just gamble a bit and stay high, just in case. Gray around the outside of Walker. Walker's doing well to hold her off. Yeah, again, good physicality from the Palmerston North United defenders. They've really used their bodies well today. All 4 of the back 4. Here's Lance. Gibbs. Looked for Johnson, but well cleared. Powerex. No nonsense. So I don't think Petone will be worried that they haven't got a third, because they're not really looking in too much danger at the moment of conceding unless it's a counter. But I think they'll be wanting another one just to have this domination turn into goals. You do get a bit frustrated as a player if you're dominating but not creating chances, or as a team. Start doing things that you normally don't just to try and manufacture something. So just got to be patient. Just keep playing the way they are, and quite often in these games, last 20 minutes, a bit of fatigue sets in and chances do open up. But I've been pretty impressed, actually, with the Palmerston North defence. I think they've done really well, all things considered. There's a lot of ball, times like this, under pressure. But they're coping with it all right. Oh, just as I say that, Moss gives it to Gray, to Johnson, Shayla. Not enough on it from Jazz. She's got quite a good left foot from the edge of the box. Didn't quite connect with that one. Middle of the park. It's Lance who has to push into centre midfield to do the work. There were no midfielders close. Just feels a little bit like Petone. He's getting sucked into a slower game at the moment, which will suit Palmerston North. Here's Saxby with a nice run. That's better. Oh, she had to send Johnson then, I think. Gave the defenders a chance to get a foot in. Liu coming deep. Taylor, of course, into the space where Liu normally would be. All green. Giveaway. Flet. Yeah, that's experience from Ellen there. She knew that Liu had got around her and was moving into space, so I had to do the professional foul. Sometimes a yellow. Not on this occasion. So Taylor will lob this into the box. Here's a chance. Set pieces are always dangerous. Flet gets there first, well read. Saxby wide. Taylor in front of her. So she gives it to Johnson. Back to Saxby. Is she going to take Taylor on? She does this time. Yeah, that's more like it from Erica. Oh, Taylor, too much that time. You could see she's a bit irritated by that, but you could see her arm sort of push out. Wasn't, even if it was a arm, it was probably shoulder into back. So Saxby after a good run, but Taylor, you can see there, wasn't making it easy for her. So Green will come over for the free kick. Assuming she'll go directly for goal from reasonably close range. Certainly, well, I'm not sure Bolton's in her final position yet. I think she's still moving the ball, but there is a big gap you can see to Bolton's left. That's where I'd be going, I think, if I was taking this free kick. She's very much on the right-hand side of her goal. Yes, where Green goes, but no, she didn't get the purchase on it. But you can see she was trying to put it into that top right-hand corner. Whitaker wide to Gibbs, who'll look for Gray. Well, she does well. Phoebe with the first touch to get around Walker. Early ball, Lance. Nah, well cut out. Powerex, not for the first time. Green pushes through. Liu's on her back. Looking for Lance. Nah, foot in again. So still Petone really struggling to get the ball into the opposition box and create meaningful chances. I think that's just the one frustration for the coaches today. Whitaker finds Saxby, who's been an option all day. Oh, no. Tried to go short to Johnson, but well read again by Taylor, who's winning most of those one-on-one battles, but there's plenty of them. Whitaker does well under pressure. Looking for Lance. Oh, yes, it's gone over. Powerex. Lance has Saxby ahead of her. Goes back. Tony, just slow it down. You can see there's a real wall of black jerseys ahead of them. They're struggling to know how to break it down. Green has Gray. Back to Green. Gibbs has drifted into the box. Lance looking for her. She gets there first. I think that'll be a goal kick, and is. She got there first, Emmy. Bolton had committed to rushing out and just done enough to put her off. So half chance. Petone subs starting to warm up. Oh, heavy touch. Wide to Taylor. Saxby. Another chance for that contest to occur. This time throw given to Taylor. So I think some changes are imminent for Petone. Looks like Whiteside and Miller, perhaps. Gibbs does well just to break up the move from wide. Saxby found. Johnson tries to flick it through for Saxby, gets there eventually. Whitaker, yeah, does well to get around Powerex, but then hesitates, allows Powerex back into the contest. She gets a foot in. Corner asked for and given. So Shayla come across again for the right-footed corner. So they'll be looking for a decent quality ball that gives the attackers a chance, because we've seen... Well, it's a better ball. Bolton goes up, gets up well, high hands. Can only clear as far as Saxby. Flet, wide to Saxby again. Just slips as she gets to the ball, which allows Taylor in, who clears. Now here's a chance if Liu can get in front of Mara. Kate does well. It's good defending from Kate there. Because if she'd been gotten on the wrong side, Liu was away. So it's 13 and 19 for Palmerston North United coming on, who are Georgia Cutler in 13, Annabelle Irwin in 19. Looks like Liu, who's come off. And 17, Dombrowski. So 2 forwards coming off. Petone likewise are doing 3 subs. So Mara and 4 coming off. Ellie Johnson and 20 coming off. So Nova Hill in 16 coming on. Beth Whiteside in 14 coming on. Sam Miller in 15 coming on. So 2 defenders and a midfielder. So far only 2 have come off. Not sure who the third is. So definitely Johnson and Saxby. So Gibbs. No, I think... Well, this is a bit confusing. I know I'm wrong here, but it looked like 3 came on and only 2 came off. Hang on, I'll just do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, there's only 11 on the field, so I'm not sure who the third one was. Must be someone going around the outside, is there? All right, so it looks like Lance still up top. Whiteside has come out to the left where Saxby was. Miller left back where Mara was. Nova Hill's come into right back, which has pushed Gibbs into centre midfield, possibly the cam position where Johnson was. Oh, nice little drag back. McIntosh puts... Oh, unlucky. Smith just needed to get her foot around it a bit more. So Mara, Saxby and Johnson were the 3 coming off for Petone, to be replaced by Hill, Miller and Whiteside. So you can see Hill into right back where Gibbs was. Yeah, I think Gibbs is definitely more like a cam. Maybe more an orthodox box-to-box centre mid. So 3 changes from Petone, 2 from Palmerston North United. So we'll see what that does to interrupt, whether it interrupts the flow and just takes a while for the teams to get back into rhythm. Gibbs, nice ball wide for Whiteside. Has room to run into. Lance has come left for her. Nice ball across from Beth to Hill. Gray is free ahead of her. The ball had to be wider, which gave Walker the chance to come in, but Gray's working hard. Good tussle. Yeah, too much from Phoebe, so Marie Walker did well then to earn the free kick. Shayla to Whitaker. Hill. Wide to Miller. Sue comes over to try and make it harder for her. Does well, intercepts the ball from Shayla. Reyes didn't realise Miller was coming in behind her. Petone asking for the foul, not given. Little hand pull on the arm. Not enough. Gibbs flick on. So I think the last 5 or 10 minutes, Palmerston North United have looked more progressive in their mindset. Definitely trying to keep a higher position. Definitely trying to create something moving forward, as we can see here. Sue off Miller for a throw. I think she doesn't think so, but overruled by the officiators today. So Taylor with the throw. So yeah, they're a stubborn sort of unit to break down, Palmerston North United. I think from the subs we'll be looking for an injection of energy, both teams. Flett does well to break up the play. White side gives it straight to Sue, but Sue's outnumbered. Quick turnover. Petone throw. So 18 minutes to go, according to the clock on the broadcast. Green. McIntosh did well. She came on the blind side of Gibbs then and created the turnover. This is better from Palmerston North. I tell you what, they get a goal here. This is going to really unnerve Petone, I think, because they've been so dominant without creating lots of chances. They'll be it'll make them a bit nervous, I think. So still a lot to play for here for both teams. Lance pressures Moss, who did well to find McIntosh into the hands of Whittaker, but close range, unintentional. Green. Gray and Akers are space wide. Gibbs finds Gray just. She lost the balance. Gray does well to just cut in. Looks for Shayla. Gibbs wide for Hill. Into Gray. Back to Hill. She going to get there? Nah, well defended Walker. She just again puts her body in between the Petone player and the ball and just lets it roll out. So I think a little bit of frustration from Petone still continues. Long ball. So certainly the tall figure of Cutler, I think, is the target player for particularly for the long balls. So we'll be looking for flick-ons using her height. Miller, physical contest with Cutler. Ref says 50-50, keep going. Green looking for Gray, but well read by Walker. Hill did well to create the turnover. Gray looking for Gibbs, tracked by McIntosh. Looks for Gray, is she offside? No? Yes, yes. Just the slightly delayed. As is sort of customary by the assistant referees these days, they tend to delay the offside flags. Not entirely sure why. If you know it's offside, just call it. It's not like we have VAR, I suppose. But anyway, that's the way it works. Gibbs just heads it to Shayla. Wide to Hill. Gibbs again, she can move forward on goal. Will she shoot? Looks for Whittaker, finds her with a great first touch. Chelsea. 3-0 Petone, two centre midfielders working well together there. Gibbs skipped past her marker. Nice little ball onto she saw the run of Whittaker moving forward from midfield. Nice touch, first touch from Chelsea and then second touch into the back of net. Petone 3, Palmerston North United 0. I think that'll make everyone in the Petone camp just feel a little bit better. They were just, they just sort of eased off a little bit. So Whittaker with her second of the day. 2 Chelsea Whittaker goals and an own goal for the first one. Whittaker again.
Second goal for Petone captain Chelsea Whittaker.
Miller to Whiteside. Tries to just flick it over for Lance. Didn't quite get there. Taylor, who's had a good game with a throw-in. Well in, Sam Miller. She's a good, tough defender, Sam. Also got the size advantage on Carmen Sue, which she should try and take advantage of. Duffin and goal. Does well again with her feet, Sarah, just to find Flett. Sarah, of course, 113 plus games for the Petone Women's first team over the years. First one in a while. She's been reasonably untroubled in goal today, says. A few times she's had to use her feet just to get out of trouble, and she's done that fine. So she'll be happy with that. Try and keep a clean sheet, of course. Here's a nice turn and run around Hill, but Green's there to cover. McIntosh. Taylor looking for the substitute Cutler. Miller skews off. Oh, I thought they might have been in for a second off the foot. She's well hit. I think that was Irwin, the substitute. All right, another substitute, speaking of, coming for Palmerston North United, 16, Erin Carpenter. I remember from Palmerston North Marist days, years ago. Comes on to replace Reyes. So Carpenter's been around the Palmerston North scene for a long time. Equally, Petone making a couple of subs. It'll be Emmy Lance coming off for Tilly Smith in 23. And Kylie Hancock in 19 coming on for another substitute performance. Second or third, I think, for the season. So Lance is definitely the first player off. So Hancock's on the right, Smith centre forward. Looks like Whittaker and Gibbs centre midfielders. Beth Whiteside on the left. So Phoebe Gray must have come off. So straight swap for Lance and Gray. Here's Carpenter. Nice ball through for Cutler. Good use of body by Flett. Whiteside, Shayla took a knock in winning that back. Gibbs just has to turn back. Lots of body there at the moment. She's got a bit more clear area now. As has Hill wide, so the spaces are still wide. Whittaker. Oh, here's a nice ball through to Cutler. Green, great intervention, Murray. Had to be done, otherwise it was 1-on-1. Miller. Back to Green. Shayla under pressure from McIntosh, who's had a good second half, much more prominent. Duffin to Flat. Hill is wide. Whitaker found centrally. Goes to Hill wide. 3 or 4 players from Petone have run forward, including Hancock. Well cut out. Moss. Gibbs making the run forwards, trying to connect with the Hill throw-in. Back to Flat. Here's Hill, just physically edged out of it. Gibbs and Walker in the corner. Gibbs does well to find Hill, who finds Hancock. Back to goal, good defending. Carpenter obviously come into a sort of a defensive midfield. Goal kick given. So about 9 minutes to go. Petone 3, Chelsea Whitaker a brace. Own goal was the first goal. All right, Whitaker finds Green. Ball over the top, flicks off for Sue to run on to. Cutler's central, Irwin wide, unmarked. Free here, open. Oh, Green. Oh, I think it's the best. Duffin gets there, yes, no. Alan Flett, great goal line clearance. So that's the best chance Palmerston North United's had. It all came from an unmarked, well, a nice run down the right, which Sue got to. And then the crossed ball to an unmarked Irwin. So right back, right centre back, leaving Irwin open. Don't think that's in the coaching plan. Hancock. Gibson Sider. Finds Smith, the other substitute. Early cross, but can't wrap a foot around it. Straight to Bolton. I must say, Palmerston North United have dealt really well with crosses today, apart from perhaps the second goal, but maybe the first goal as well. But other than that, here's Cutler, uses her height, gets there first, skews off Miller, Flett, just pushes it out, headers it out for a throw-in. So they're still working hard. Palmerston North, I think the coaching staff will be pleased with their determination and their fight. Their fitness is looking good too. So I think they'll give a few headaches to some teams this season. I think they'll certainly frustrate a few strikers, because their defence looks, really solid. Green goes long. Smith, will she get there in front of? No, Moss does well. Hancock does well to Gibbs. Shayla just leaves it short for Whitaker. Whitaker was in space there. Looking for the hat-trick, of course, Chelsea. White side. Taylor, no, she's discovering, as Saxby did, that Taylor is a very useful defensive right back. So I think she's been really impressive today, Vanessa. She's had a lot thrown at her down that side. Gibbs. Powerex just comes through from centre back, eases her off it, kicks it out. Whiteside. Whitaker fights hard with McIntosh, but she did well to hang on to it. Oh, here's a nice run. Oh, the through ball. McIntosh is keeping it honest, but I think it's just a little bit more quality on that from Irwin. There was a terrific run coming down the left-hand side. I think it was Cutler. Hancock. Shayla, Gibbs. Tries to bring Whiteside into the game, gets there first, Beth. Miller. Shayla, Hill has space wide. Was Walker going to get there first? Does. It's good play again. Marie Walker's had a terrific game, particularly since she's moved into left back. Gibbs pounces on the loose ball to Hill, who goes back. Wouldn't mind seeing Petone being a bit more progressive here. Sort of a front four at the moment. Gibbs joining into the front line. Whiteside. Finds Gibbs. Well cut out. All the Palmerston North defenders cut out the obvious passing lanes then, which just forced her back. So again, good defensive shape. Here's Hill to Hancock. Good forward in again. Walker making it hard. Just flicked off Hancock for the Palmerston North throw. So they really are finding the United defence a hard nut to crack. Where's Gibbs? Back to White. So she's going to shoot. She does. First time. Ooh, not bad. The keeper saw it and put her hands up early to show everyone that it was going wide. But that's good, at least. It's good. You just want to see some shots coming in. Smith puts the pressure on. The ball breaks to Whiteside, who does well to find Whitaker. Gibbs. Whitaker. Shayla. Corner. So no left foot of Mara. So Whiteside, who isn't left-footed, I don't think, will probably hit a little right-footed outswinger. Yep. All right, let's see who attacks the ball. No, it doesn't beat the first player in Moss. So we need a little bit more height on it. Just to give the strikers, well, not the strikers, but the Petone attackers a chance. Something to really jump at. Yeah, that's better. Bolton gets a hand, only goes as far as Miller. Flett. No one behind her to pass back to, so Sue can just sort of usher her wide. Taylor. Yeah, it was interesting in defensively then, Petone only had two players back, but they were both very central, so if the ball breaks wide, there's no one obvious. But anyway, corner one. Whiteside again from her more natural side. No, it's just the waist, curled out. So if Palmerston North plays quickly, they've got two Two attackers very high, who were, from momentarily, there was only two defenders as the Petone defenders were coming back from the corner. Hill can only find McIntosh, who flicks it over for Irwin. Cutler's in the middle, Sue's wide right, both marked, so it's better defensively from Petone this time. Cutler, Miller well read. Hancock for Smith. Two trips over the ball, but fortuitously gets it back. Gibbs is running through the middle. Taylor's read it well. Continues her good game. We found that nobody has been able to get away from Taylor today. She's got a bit of pace. Obvious yellow card coming for Gibbs, jersey pull. First yellow of the game, I think. So 91 minutes on the graphic on your screen. So we're in referee's time. Petone 3, Palmerston North United 0. Deserved scoreline, I think. Certainly completely deserved the 3 points. Well, here's a late chance. Whittaker. Oh, if that had bounced a wee bit more kindly for her. Late last corner, perhaps. Yep. So Whittaker working hard. She had a good game today, Chelsea. 2 goals, of course, but also really good physicality in midfield, I think, has been the highlight for me from Chelsea today, alongside the 2 goals. She's been very prominent for Petone. I think Marie Green is ever solid at the back, but not too much to do. Oh, here's the ball. I think that's Moss. Can only concede another corner. I thought Gibbs was good out wide on the right, and now centrally. White side. Nah, she's just struggling to get the ball over. I think maybe, well, there's probably no more time for corners, but if there were more, perhaps someone needs to come short and just give her an option there, I think. Oh, heavy touch in the box. Moss. Would be a shame after a good game from her to make an error now. Nice ball through. Sue is wide. Miller in front of her. She's going to take her on. She does. But Flett's there. Yeah, there's just lots of numbers for the United forwards to try and attack through there. Shot from distance. Sarah Duffin, no worries. And that's the last play. All of Rainbow Flick Sarah, lovely. That's the last play of the game. So Petone 3, Palmerston North United 0. So Petone will be happy with the result. The 3 points keeps them obviously. Well, they should be in at least second place in the table after this. Palmerston North United fought well. Pretty tough to break defensively. Just didn't show quite enough going forward, I think, to really cause the Petone defence too many issues. So a solid performance, but definitely a good 3 points. Next week is the first round, actually, of the Kate Shepherd Cup. Petone has a bye, so they won't be playing at all. And I think Palmy North United plays another Palmerston North derby against Marist. And then the following week, Petone will be away to the Phoenix, so that'll be interesting to see. All right, folks, so thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the game. Certainly from Petone perspective, a good result. And we will see you here again, same time, in 2 weeks' time.
Testing Phil's mic. Can you hear that one, Ethan? Is the test going okay? Ollie, talk. Testing mics now.
Kevin Coe's here at the game today. He's just introducing himself to Graham. 2 old haunts there, but it's good to see the stop-out guys supporting a superior team in the Hutt Valley. I think the check's going through now. Beautiful day here in Petone. Perfect football weather. Perfect football weather. Not too hot, not too windy. 2 sides looking to play the game. Are we clear yet? Are we clear? Are we clear yet? Testing. 1, 1, 2, 2. Just a quick shout-out plug to... Oh, Dana's blonded her hair up. How about that? Dana